Welcome everyone to the very first video of this new channel, ExpatInsight. The purpose of this channel is to present helpful and practical information for those who are thinking about traveling or moving to another country. So let me set the stage for you. You want to travel to another country other than your own, but you're a little scared. Maybe you're introverted. It's your first time out of your comfort zone. You like meeting new people, but what if they don't speak your same language? Maybe the process of getting ready seems a little confusing. There's airlines, there's websites. How do you go about getting tickets to even travel? Maybe you're apprehensive about trying different foods. Maybe you'll miss your mom's spaghetti. Well, even though your mom's spaghetti might be the best to you, we're not here to talk about that anyways. My mom's spaghetti is better anyways, but that's beside the point. But don't sweat these things that might scare you in the beginning, because ExpatInsight is here to help. So that's why I want to give you a big welcome to this new YouTube channel made just for you. Of course, looking at a long list of everything you have to do before traveling internationally for the first time can seem overwhelming. It's natural to be a little nervous the first time you travel, and that's completely okay. The purpose of this first video is to give you the boost in know-how you need so that you are prepared for your travels. Just keep in mind that although we aim to be as helpful as possible, some things may not be accurate depending on where you are from. This is a channel for your enjoyment and travel planning, not legal guidance. If you have any serious concerns, it would be helpful to contact your government's local travel authorities for guidance and the exact requirements that apply to your circumstances. This video is the first in a series aimed at those who are new to international travel. However, I hope that everyone will find it useful and enjoy it. Well, let's get right into the topic for this first video. An important first step that everyone has to make, and that is getting your passport. So you're planning on traveling internationally, going to another country other than where you are from. To do that, you will need a passport. The requirements, the cost, and time it takes to actually get your passport will vary depending on what country you live in, but hopefully by the end of this video, no matter where you are from, you will feel ready to get your passport and start your adventure. Most countries require some of the same things, like first of all, proof of citizenship, such as a birth certificate or certificate of citizenship. Second, they're going to require some sort of photo that you're going to have taken of you. Third, they're going to require a fee. Of course, nothing is free in this world, and sadly, we have to pay for our passport. And fourth, they're going to want an in-person visit to a government office or some other authorized place if this is your first time getting a passport. For the purpose of this video, I'll be using the United States as an example. Let's see how the requirements could apply for a normal U.S. citizen. Thankfully, the answers are relatively easy to find. If you go to the website travel.state.gov, there are many resources available. Right near the top of the page is a big button that says Get a U.S. Passport. A few more clicks and the requirements to get a U.S. passport are, first, you're going to have to fill out a DS-11 form. 2, get evidence of U.S. citizenship and a photocopy of that. Third, get a photo ID and a photocopy of that. Hopefully everyone will have that, but some may not. That could be your driver's license or something like a state ID. That's what it's talking about. Number 4, provide a passport photo. For that, you can go to a photo studio or even have a friend take a picture of you at home. The only thing is look online to see what the exact requirements of that photo are and the size that you have to provide. Number 5, you have to pay a application fee of $130 and an execution fee of $35, which comes to a grand total of $165 for an adult to get their passport. Once you have these things in hand, you are ready to go to a passport acceptance facility to turn it all in. Depending on your area, this could be a post office, a library, or even a local government office. If it's far from you, maybe call in and ask ahead of time to see if you have to make an appointment before going in. If you need help with finding where these offices could be in your area, this very same website has a useful tool for you to be able to find the office that is closest to you. If you're traveling with dependents, such as underage children or a spouse, they're also going to need a passport. With this in mind, there are a few things to remember. First, just be aware to include getting your passport in your time frame and budget before you actually go out and buy any tickets. Depending on your country, there may be a few weeks or even months between when you apply for your passport and when you actually receive it. For example, looking at this very same US government website, the current processing times as of December 2023 were 6 to 8 weeks for a routine passport and 2 to 3 weeks if you paid expedited. So that is a considerable amount of time. Now, on a positive note, even though passports have an expiration date, the upside is that they usually are valid for at least 10 years. So once you have it, you don't have to worry about renewing it for a good while. But remember that if you do end up getting passports for dependents such as children under the age of 16, well, sadly, their passport is only valid for 5 years. Another thing to remember, very important, is that requirements for passports can change over time, especially the fees that you have to pay to be able to get or renew your passport. Now, I do feel like this is a good opportunity to explain something that U.S. citizens may come across when they're thinking about getting their travel documents, and that is a passport card. A passport card is not the same as a passport book. The main difference being that instead of being an actual book, it's just a wallet-sized plastic passport that has no Visa pages. So it's in that way similar to a credit card. Now, the big difference in how it affects your travel is that the card is for U.S. citizens who travel by land and sea from Canada, Mexico, Bermuda, and Caribbean countries. So it has to be a country that shares a border with the United States somehow. It's not legal for or valid for international travel by air. And that's what makes it cheaper for people that are maybe thinking about just going to a country that is close to the United States. Maybe you're wanting to wet your feet in international travel. So maybe that's a good option for you. But keep in mind that if you want to spread your wings a bit and go to a place that is farther away, like say Africa or South America, then, well, a passport card would not be the right option for you. So that's just been a brief, we could say, technical review of how to get your passport. So let's go ahead and move on to why you would want to get your passport. Well, a passport is your key to adventure. Even though getting set up may be expensive, especially if you have a large family, the rewards far outweigh the cost. Even if you're not currently planning on living long-term in another country, you could very well still be interested in at least visiting another country. And a passport will open up opportunities for you that you would not have otherwise. An interesting quote is the following: travel is the only thing you buy that makes you richer. Being exposed to different cultures, being exposed to different languages, foods, how things are done, well, they help you overall to be a happier person, a more understanding person, a more emotionally enriched person. And if that is your reason for wanting to travel internationally, then I am confident that you will find exactly what you are looking for. If you're someone that has lots of experience with international travel and have any useful insights, please feel free to leave a comment. Likewise, if you are just starting your traveling adventures, feel free to leave your questions in the comments. Just remember to keep everything respectful. In the next video, I'll talk about some of these potential joys that you can come across. Until next time, thank you for watching Expat Insight. Safe travels.